everybody, my name is Bella and I'm 12 years old. Today I'm reading for you about sticky fingers, helping hands. Who doesn't enjoy a chocolate bar? Okay, maybe not everyone loves chocolate, but a lot of people do. No matter the maker. Ice cream, cake, as beverage, or Slindy, a candy bar chocolate is enjoyed by millions of Americans. It's readily available too. All you have to do for taste is visit a corner market or drugstore, and you will find a stack of various chocolate bars waiting. A lot goes into the chocolate bar though, and ultimately, it also shakes baked further than a grocery store shakeout line. Your favorite Halloween candy had roots even deeper than company that motivated it. It's the next time you get to indulge. Take a look at the candy grabber. What's the most important ingredients in a chocolate bar? One of the one that makes chocolate well chocolatey is cocoa. The earnings of that cornerstone chocolate bars starts in fields along the equator in countries in South America, Africa, South Asia. Cocoa comes from the seeds of cocoa trees, which thrive in hot, hilly climates. This is why most of the world's supply comes from places like Grenada or Nigeria in West Africa. Some cocoa is harvested in countries like Brazil, near the cocoa tree's original habitat. Chocolate farming may sound like a dream job, but unfortunately, the reality of life on a cocoa farm is less than idyllic. Cocoa farms are usually located in small villages in, in remote areas of countries that are still developing. A lot of luxury taken for granted by people who live in the first world countries, running water, reliable electricity, accessible education, and so on. The demand of chocolate throughout the world is high, so farmers work extremely hard to pick cocoa pods. The average workday hours an American may be used to do not apply on these farms. Workers don't get scheduled rates on all 8-hour shifts. Law restricting child labor don't apply here either. Some cocoa farms use slave labor, buying and selling people as young as children to work long days in dangerous conditions. Additionally, many of these cocoa farmers aren't making much money, even though the world population loves its chocolate. Sometimes greedy middlemen are turned for the marketers and salespeople who buy cocoa pods from farmers and sell them to chocolate makers around the world buy for very little and sell for a much higher price. This means the traders are the ones making money instead of farmers. As people involved in the global trade of cocoa began to find out about slavery, child exploitation, and unsafe conditions on cocoa farms, they started to demand change. National and international regulations emerged to regulate the labor and trade of other crops, such as coffee and tea. Cocoa joined the list of commodities that could be fair trade. Fair trade is a term that applies to anything farmed or made and traded, usually from small communities in developing countries to bigger communities with first world economies. The fair trade movement aims to fix the ugly scenarios or places like cocoa farms Lot of hard work, no access to medicine, not enough food, and definitely no fair pay. To be certified as a fair shade product, farmers adhere to some important rules. First of all, farming practice must be earth-friendly. Sustainability is a big issue for farmers worldwide, and fair trade organizations like us. If a farm can't treat the land well, will it also treat its workers fairly? Then the concept of fair trade requires living and work conditions for laborers that are safe and clean. Fair trade certified operations promise better lives for people doing the work. Fair trade organizations also prohibit the use of child labor and fight back against slave trafficking. Finally, and this is where the fair part of the fair trade really comes in. Fair trade products typically shop at higher price and consumers so that the producer of cacao farmers are getting paid for a fair amount, often decided by the country's median wage. Becoming fair trade certified is a progress, and certification is sometimes expensive. However, once an operation is fair trade certified, the farmers start to earn more money and the products sell at a higher price. With increased profits, working conditions will also improve. How can how can you tell the difference between fair trade chocolate and some that isn't? Look on look on Look at the label on the candy you're about to enjoy. It is labeled on its reads fair trade certified. Here it is. You will know that cocoa in your chocolate bar didn't come from that horse it worked at, and that definitely is something sweet. And here are more examples about it. A Kit Kat, and there are many other too. Many other chocolates that have a fair trade certified, so don't worry. And thank you for listening to me. Goodbye.